begin. Alright, let's look at this tab first. Not a lot of combat happening this turn by the look of the size of the turn. Nothing. One more Admod plant. Oh, I later realized that there was an Admod plant that I had undomed because of migration, but I had not deleted the Admod plant, so we need to find that. Should probably just try to find any oxygen planets that are undomed and still have Admod plants. Okay, nothing interesting here. Of the directorate's getting finished. Communications. Gave some gifts. Let's see if they went through or if they turned into antimatter yet again. It did. Why does it do this? Deleting some paltry amounts of minerals in the Kantara bank. They're certainly not going to have left over anyway because we destroyed the fleet. Yeah. Okay, I have no idea what this is. I think between turns he said his own economy was fine. I think his emergency build ran out or something. He stupidly went for emergency build on everything after he executed the betrayal on, what was it, turn 69, and now it's turn 81. And now he is not really consuming any resources for construction anymore, so he has like 30k surplus and everything. 20 to 30k surplus and everything. So he can take that. I'm just going to give minerals to Twilight for now. They need it. Okay, miscellaneous. We took some damage moving through an asteroid belt, 2 more colonies, some plant conditions at maximum. Yeah, I think the environmental tech kicks in every 10th turn, which is why we get these now. All the planets that are already at optimal can't improve anymore, of course. Alright, you want to be Rad's world. And you want to have your Romulans recycled, and can now receive your Rads. Big world like you can have a space yacht. I wonder just how much tonnage I'm wasting with space yards in my empire that I could put towards production. Allegedly, I have 65 space yards built, and I'm building 15 more. So, yeah, there could be 80 mines or 80 research centers. It's not nothing. I would just have to make more space yards everywhere and stations. Just like plop down 6 or 7 in every system and call it a day. Alright, the other planet that finished or got colonized is this moon over here. Gonna be some sort of research facility once you're done Admiral converting. And you can fill your remaining 1200 points with police. I'm talking about police. You should probably queue that as well. There you go. Combat, nothing this turn. Kantara Imperium lost the destroyer in Quinta, okay. Yields the drone and Hanzo. Otherwise nothing. Nothing happening with our allies last turn. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. This is just ridiculous. Pretty sure I didn't even give them 20k, I just gave him 10k, just like a Twilight? I'm not sure. Anyway, we got Central Computer Systems 5 now, so we're going to go through an update wave and replace all those. The remaining points we are going to dump into weapon platforms because we got weapon platforms 5. Actually, it's unlock the next level of unit weapon mounts as well. So that if we get this now, it starts transferring to our allies sooner. And the next level after this is going to be 30k, the current 24k plus the 6k increase per level. So I can dump a whole lot into this, and it won't be wasted. Okay. Oh hey, there's actually a third star in here. Makes you wish you had solar collectors now. Or solar farms. Alright, what do we have here? Boarding ship. Oh, you were almost out of supplies. Did I fly you around that much, or did you just never have that much? These two Gommers that came up from the other system. They're largely going to be, well, they're isolated targets. I can just kill them with a few drones each. Can I see how fast are they? My fleet was 11 speed with everything attached to it. Gommers was 10. Ah, right. They're one slower because they have Quantum's 3, not 4. And they're one slower because they don't have the trade. +1 speed to trade. So I can just go catch this with the fleet. For it moves, most likely. And then I can still do an engagement on the world. I was going to sim these to figure out how much losses I was going to take. Maybe I can just detach all the drones and bombard this. Who knows? What do we do with the other one? I'm not sure. The Sponsiano is also faster than the Gomez, so it can escape. And over here we just have Arian. Well, the Arian is obviously not going to win against the Gomez once it comes through. But he's not going to be able to do much of anything with it. If nothing else, the next Daredex coming through will take care of it. After it's been damaged by Rian. Is it even damaged? It has to shield regenerators. Rian might not be able to punch through these. It's 2 guns or whatever it has. Okay, you just stay where you are, I guess. We figured out that you can't capture these. That one just got built, he didn't move it this turn, it looks like. Well, what are you going to do with it after all? Just scrap it at this point. Maybe he still has hopes that he would attack something with it at some lane, doesn't scrap it. Maybe the thought never crossed his mind even, who knows. Alright. Drone here. Then he's going anyway. It's one ice colonizer. Is he sending it towards the storm? Or why did that make that a little weird dip? Oh, you saw this went here, 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 and then down there. Oh, the icon is showing at a weird tile again. For some reason, the icons are just offset during the combat replay. That one just got built, finished its first research center. You finished building your replacement troops? Not yet. Oops, please. I guess you are fully loaded, you can join the fleet again. The other one is still going to need some. It's one of these that was building troops. I think this was finished. Alright. More warships, please. Choosing which one to build a little bit based on the remaining build time of what's currently in queue. You attack 2 turns, you're gonna build a Daredix. Didn't queue. Isn't nice not having to scroll past gobs and gobs of these colony ships anymore. It is very nice, but you just started something. Okay. So the yard's here. Everyone's still busy for another couple turns. Not all. If we do that, let's queue on here as well. Or you just queue generics. Almost still 3 turns. Yeah. Queue a Daredix. 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 And you can do a Falcon. Okay. Yes, no one's building something. And what do we do with the yard here? We have enough police and a couple of weapon plats. Your research. Oh, you're rats. And you can build a warship. I think warships are nice. Actually, just build a supply ship for now. We need those here as well to support the offensive. You stay here for now. Anything move here? That's where one of his colony ships went, I guess. Huge hydrogen world. It's going to be domed for him. I'm the only one that has hydrogen in this game. But yes, it's very much worth colonizing domed colonies. In the early game, I skipped colonizing domed colonies for a long time as well. But that was because we had 2 immediately breathable planet types, and I could colonize 2 and then 3 of the physical types away, so I had plenty of breathable options for now. Okay. Are you fully loaded? No, and you're not going to be for another couple turns. Ezio is building boomies for you. Somebody was building boomies, not necessarily for you though. Well, I think it was for you. I think I did split the remaining build order up between these 2. Okay, that one is finished with its remaining build order. Then you just load mines there. What are you going to finish repairing is what you are going to be. What are you? You are one of these, yeah, you're one of the split places here. Yeah, I'm not going to build a central computer here. Eventually I'm going to switch this to miners, but that's still enough turns out, so then I'm going to queue more warships. Let's attack for next couple turns. Okay. Mining colony here. No yard. Okay. Man, this one's orders. Well, you stay there. The Priscus is interesting. What is this asteroid belt going to be? Minerals. With E-build, you can still build a stage 3 drilling operation in 4 turns, so go do that. You are already building something, okay. Go finish repairing yourself. And you can finish loading yourself. This one is still building boomies. How many do you have? Come on. I need more mines. How deep is the queue? Just 33 more. Did I build this specifically to fill this up? No, this is more than this needs to fill up. I'm just building mines here at this place. Alright, let's put it on repeat build. The partial progress of one line gets lost when you do that, but I think I'm going to be able to live. And I did put this on repeat, not e-build. Yeah, okay. You go towards the front line down there. So do you. You were the one that needed supplies, so you do as well. You of course stay. You of course stay. The drone groups can all continue on their journey. These guys still need repairs. That's the bulk of the drone groups. Go over to Tarquin. No, not Tarquin, Rollo. 5.2. The one next to this place. And you can also immediately go on. You are finished. You are finished. No, you can use a refit. Can't we refit you in the system? Could if we so desired. You're not gonna finish that refit. You're gonna be able to go here, but then not do the refit. Because you're missing a movement point, so go do your refit here. You're labeled IX1. Just refit yourself to a King Falcon. You're replacing your guns anyway. Pretty sure you do, right? Sure. Okay. You just stay. You can all join this. You can all join the real fleet now. It's the fast missile fleet. It's going to be joined by all the drones. Digital X5 and then it's 11 speed. I think I had another one in here. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to put 12 speed Diderexes in there. And the two 11 speed ones I can either have escort these ships. Or I can have them escort these ships. It'll be fine. It'll just look like it's one of the Deredex that's accidentally joined the wrong task group. But I'll give it some shoot back power. Short ranges. Okay, and now we need to cue the attack. In behind the rings of that place over there. Should I immediately order an attack on a planet? I think I should. I'm going to give a warp order this time, not a movement order. I've removed the marked minefield over there, and I'm going to give attack orders to a bunch of these methane worlds. Not necessarily need to target methane worlds specially, but they're just the closest. Would be an added benefit if I was going to destroy a notable amount of zone population that the E have. Alright. You need to stay here. You do not need to stay here. Well, as we just figured out last turn, you're going to have a limited lifetime available to you. How expensive is it to take cloaks up further anyway? 25k points, that is quite a few k points. I think when I first checked this, I had like 8k points for my check rate. Yeah, now I could do another turn. I guess. our ally is not going to need the weapon platforms anyway if his construction rate is so down. We could go and put cloaks further up. Let's go take a look at the designs of our enemies that they're using to detect us. If we even have the designs. Attack on sensor level 4, detect site level 12. Or they had level 8. What's the Gurak drone? This one was still this. I think he had a different drone name on those that he used to detect my cloaked scout a while back up there. Not that one. Here we go. Also, yeah. Okay, they got site level 12. How much can you actually get per level? Atom reactors, cloak level, stealth armor, cloaking device. Max is already at level 11. And cloak level is just is it cloaking device blocks sensors up to site level 2. Up to site level amount 2 is what it says here. So amount 2 is this one. It's 4 plus level. Why does it have amount 1 defined as well then? Might be a leftover from some other version. So it's 4 plus level, which means it can go up to 15 since max level is 11. Question is, am I going to get a cloaking device every level of cloak? Yes, I am. Empire tech level cloaking equates to the level of cloaking device. So, if the max level is going to give me 11 plus 4, then in order to fool a uncovers objects at site level 12 sensor, I'm going to need to go 3 levels below the maximum, which is cloaks 8. It costs 5k more per tech, so I'm going to need to invest 25k plus 30k plus 35k, level 7 plus 40k, 130k, divided by my 40, and divided by 40,000 now for some 3.5 turns, 3.25 turns of tech investment. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. It's generally much easier or much cheaper to level sensors up than it is to level cloaking up. Because this tech only gets 1k more expensive per level. Okay, so no better cloaked scouts. There's still some value in having the outdated cloaks around, because he needs to move the proper cloak detection systems everywhere as well. Let's get this up, if only to get it up to heavy mounted. Could get a few more levels in education in the meantime. Okay. Well, something else I wanted to get eventually was bigger battleships, or rather dreadnoughts unlocked. Get large ship construction up to level 4 unlocks our first level of the dreadnought, and even better battleships. We can do another refit wave. That would also please me to do that. How much is it actually to put a level of here, of this here? Yeah, 38%. Okay. 2 levels of this, I'm going to earmark myself the level of large ship construction, putting 1% in it so I don't forget. And that's going to be a research for this turn. Bit of a mixed bag, bit unfocused. Yeah, but planetary defenses are not really a priority for us right now. Unless Mr. E is cooking warp point openers or something. Maybe that's his victory plan. Who knows? We have here a rats field. Here you want to build a rat station. Here you just want to idle. You have solar collectors. You can idle and collect your supplies here. Just idle with sentry. Okay. Who this? King Falcon. I'll go towards Pelagia. Derrick's over here. Still needs repairs and movement points. This one, on the other hand, can go up further down. Go to that place. Already somebody repairing there. Go to that place and then further to Rollo. That's for the ones over here. You need some refits, so how about you just stop at the zone homeworld over there. They were all still busy building things, right? Right. Okay, then we have a Malfador over here. You finished building a drilling operation, stage 3. Kill your E-build. This thing is going to refit. Drilling operation 2 fully complete, and you stay where you are. Then the asteroid belts in the system are all finished. Drones. King Falcon. Support ship. Support ship. Scout, keep an eye on all this. Yeah, you're not going to move for lack of supplies. Could you hide in there somewhere? Probably could. Question is, do you want to? Yeah, you can stay here. You can keep an eye on both these warp points and this planet. And this is Sponsianos. We need to give orders to another scout in the system in between here. We don't need to have this push further into Kentaran space, so you can just stay here as well. How about you go and stay between these 2 warp points on the right? You only have sight distance 4. 3, 4. So if you stay there, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not going to let you see this. You as the Eagle 5 have more sensor range, although not more scanner range. If we put you not into that asteroid belt, not into that one. If we put you here, can you get eyes on everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 2, 3, 4. I get scans on that too. Yeah, given that this is heavily defended, we might want to have scans here. More than this asteroid belt. And then you can go take a position here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can keep an eye on everything that's in the system. You get recentried. Man, this repair ship. I refit you to go towards the fleet. So go down towards Pelagia. You get 6, one of those scouts. The idea is to have you infiltrate over through Kantaran's base, which is ill protected. You would like to go through this way. That, my dear sir, is not a good idea. I would like if you were to abandon that idea. How about you go through there and then you can go here. Right. Another one such scout. Okay, you also go through that place first and then go into this system. Okay, then it's just the ships over here that need orders. Let's sim this. Before we sim this, let's look at what there was here again. Guardian 4s, Guardian 2s, 4 of them. A massive planet shield, level 1. And otherwise, some, I assume this is going to be 25 facilities in total. Versus what I have here, which amounts to 5, 6, 7 Delaredex, 8, 9, 10, 11 Delaredex, couple Generics, and 52 units. They should all be drones. Yeah, it's only a drone icon here. I think most of these are going to be piles. Piles of various descriptions. 5, 6, some 4s. Okay. So our fleet pancaked against the edge of the system, which is annoying. Pick your nice planet. Let's make it a huge one. Huge, 85 million pop. Yeah, that will work. For the fences, I'm going to scroll past all these. Sure has a lot of weapon platforms designed for the Guardian Force. I can't add a massive shield generator, I'm afraid. I could if I could simulate the zone home world that has one, unless I don't. I'm going to make a design that's just a platform with shields, a shield generator platform. Should I make this one platform that is big or more platforms that are smaller? Defense-wise, I think it would be better if this was a smaller platform, so they get hit more often, so they present more targets. Yes, okay, let's copy one of those platform designs and chuck in nothing but shield gens. Make this a little nice, maybe we can make it symmetrical. No. Going to making this symmetrical is going to be hard, so yeah, like this would be nice. Fortunately, I can't put these in central position up here. Yeah, whatever, it's going to be fine. Then add 2 plates on here and call it a day. You are a shield tower. A special design type we can give you. No, weapon platforms and seeker weapon platforms is everything. You generate how much shields? 240. So if I just chuck 4 of you in there, you're essentially as much shield points as one of those massive planet shields. Although your regular shield points are not phased shield points. That'll work for the purposes of the simulation. And then I'll even have some hard to crack targets on the ground. Set cargo. Yeah, they are sorted in order of which you generated these. And 4 of these. And for my attacking empire, I'm going to add my fleet. Three, 6, 9, 11. Couple generics. Yeah, come on, it's fine. And now some 50 drones. Go nuts. Drones, of course, going to get there first. The question is, are they going to be able to take this planet down? It looks like the point defense is able to take down everything before it gets to the planet. Yeah, see, 0 HP down. Oh, a couple missiles are hitting. And this is just before the first Derridexes come into range. So I might be able to overwhelm it just with regular missiles. Okay, here. First the Derridex is getting attacked by the... What is it, the Generexes actually? They're getting attacked by the weapon platforms. But we are well into laying into the platforms on the planet now. Shield towers, they've certainly received hits. They're just being absorbed by the shield HP, so they don't show us being damaged. Can't see the shield HP as it was. And by now everything that shoots back is dead pretty much. Last platform out there. So yeah, there would be some collateral damage. After all this time firing, these Pios drones still have some 270 ordnance left. So if they just shoot like 5 times, 10 times, they only have 1 missile. So if they only shoot like 10 times over the course of this battle, they could probably take down these planets by themselves. Both these planets are just protected by 4 of these platforms. I'm going to go and just detach all the drones. There's no way to detach a task force, is there? Or rather, what I'm doing instead of detaching these drones is I will create a new fleet. Call it a bombardment fleet. And take all the Nova Hawks and drones. Most of the drones are faster than the Nova Hawks, actually. I will add them all in there. Add some task forces in order to put in lead stuff later. I'm going to choose one of the Nova Hawks as a lead ship, so they stay in formation. Do I even want them in formation, or do I want them to just spread out? I think I just want them to spread out. Make a drone group the task force leader. Then there's a couple in it, okay. Strategy, disarm planet max range. Then we have some fodder we can feed our invasion ships later. There's no reason not to put this on disarm instead of glass, right? And your formation that you start with is going to be something like size, okay. Pincer M. Okay. Okay. Do you have any supply ships with me already? No, you here are Minesweeper. I can't tell you if they have any mines there. That said, I think I've had eagles in range of these planets often enough with the tachyon sensors, and I haven't seen any mines in there. Just still move the Minesweeper with them. Nah, come on. Using one of the Amandos with them would be nice though. Drones can get hurt after all, especially all the Nova Hawks. Okay. So what are we going to do with the real fleet here? Attack Seek on these guys, and then move over there. Is this asteroid bad damaging? No. So you could visit that as well. I hope these Gommers aren't going to lead me around much. If this one just goes towards the war point, my fleet is going to follow him back quite a ways. I'm going to leave the rear in here. This is a little doorstop. Just for funsies, let's see how badly I would get destroyed fighting alone against the Gommers. He does not have a lot of designs. This is the rear one. Can you penetrate the shield regeneration of that thing and do some lasting damage? The first thing it outranges you, and the answer is no. Okay, yeah, if you can't even do any lasting damage, then there's no reason to sacrifice you. I'll to the side a little bit. Then you hear the Deredex that is coming as reinforcement. Go attack, seek that guy. And then keep on moving to waypoint 3. It's just on the other side of this war point. Okay. Drone fleet. Attack this place and attack it well. And how about you play the same song again? Just demilitarize these two colonies if you can. Alright, since we're doing that, we should get this out the door sooner rather than later. How about we just move this without the last Bactianos being fully loaded? How about you just go there for now? Okay. Then you shall just evade for the moment. You are the supply trains with a small one we built. Unfortunately, there's no ordnance in you, which we could probably use after the drones use all theirs. So you just go there. They are slower than you. But freighters get that in-combat slowdown. So they would be able to catch you if they so desired. Yeah, just go there. This one causes damage, but if you go somewhere towards the middle of the system, we can hopefully be in range of where the fleets will be in the near future. Okay. There's just Coopers, just drones here, right? Just troops, yeah. No drones, no fighters. Fighters might be dangerous to our drones, as we figured out before. Alright. That should be it for this turn. Orders-wise, I'm still going to go through construction. But before that, I'm going to want to go through all my planets and build centralized computer systems. This list takes a while to load. Alright. I would rather like it if you could give me a research output on this list as well. Remove the name and add me research output. Actually, I need research and intelligence. It all fits, just barely. Okay. What about research? Unfortunately, I can't just use the go to button, and opening this list is going to take forever every time. Not forever, but long enough that it's annoying. Yeah, what's that? 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. Yeah. I'm just going to go through my empire from top to bottom. You're not going to be doing anything that way. The homeworld, I'm going to delete the labs on your resource colony. You don't produce anything research-wise. You're a refining colony. Or are you? There's a lot of research centers on this here refining colony. To split worlds like this, especially with a great rats value, I think I want to turn fully into a rats world eventually. Right now, there's certainly no reason for it though. We'll just chuck one in. Alternative is using the construction capacity here to build an extra warship. I think there's enough here to warrant it. Okay, we need to delete one. Delete one of the unupgraded research centers. You can tell which one is upgraded and which one isn't by the different cost. Go. Research compound, you have 18 facilities. Delete one of the unupgraded research centers. Or central computer. And then chuck in the upgrades again. You also look pretty. Delete one of the unupgraded research facilities. Or didn't need to, I was already building up facilities here. Or the central computer. Sure, just so it looks orderly in the list. Build that after your last research center got completed, and then you can just have the upgrades go. There should only be 10 upgrades left to do now, since I deleted one of the unupgraded ones, but this is not going to cause an error or anything. I'll just get a message in a log that I tried to upgrade something, but there was nothing left to upgrade, and then it'll get automatically removed, the order to build that. Okay. You would like to be one. You are also going to be undomed relatively quickly here once you receive migration. Although you're full of Romulans, so it's going to take forever for you to actually get that. But in preparation of your soon undoming, we can queue up a central computer. It's not going to be so quick that you're going to do this before this batch of drones finishes, though. You are mining, and you can actually use a new construction project. You are research. You're just upgrading. Right, straightforward. There you go. Your research. You are mixed between minerals and research. 118 is at a cutoff. Since this one is already mostly minerals, I'm going to go and delete the remaining research centers on this world. I'm going to relabel you a mining colony. And I didn't miss anything? No, I didn't. And you shall receive mines. Okay, that's it for this system. This system here is the next. Weren't you all also mixed? Yes, but I had already removed the research centers I built here a long time in the past. The value improvement plan on here we can remove if we want to maximize our income, but for now you can stay. There's nothing to do here. You are research. You go. You are mining. You are research. You're tiny and you already have a directorate. So each of these research centers, you can calculate if it's worth building a central computer based on points by just calculating it. We're saying if building a central computer is going to be worth more points than a individual lab, just add these together. If I'm going to have 4 labs remaining here, and each of these gets 30% improved, that's essentially 120% of one extra lab versus just building one would be 100%. So yes, 4 is the minimum amount I need in research centers on a planet to put a central computer in for it to be worth it. If you only have 3 labs left, or if you would only have 3 labs left when you have a central computer on a planet, then it's not worth it, because then it'll just add up to 90% and you would get 100% just by building another research center instead. Not to mention that would be cheaper, minerals and such, but that's a secondary concern. Okay, that's also the reason why on domed worlds, if you have a lot of domed worlds, if you don't have any breather but your homeworld race, it's not necessarily that critical to get these planet improvement, planet modifier facilities, because you are likely to have more domed planets that make up a bigger chunk of your economy. Alright, research here. That was pretty straightforward. You have some 113% minerals, but we're not that far down our list yet, but you are in danger of being immediately downgraded or changed towards a mineral world. So look at you, you're building new facilities. We have a research directorate. Build that. Nice. Mining colony here, only mines on there, okay. So this is the point where we are building research directorates. We have just the one in the system, where we might want to consider giving all planets in the system to either one or the other guy. What does he have on here? Research centers on this 150% organics world. I guess he just really doesn't need the organics, which makes sense. There's the Atmo plant on there, that should finish. Otherwise, he has research here as well. If both of us put a research directorate onto this system, we're of course losing that extra research facility slot because we need 2 instead of 1. So I'm going to try and talk him into giving me the 2 planets on the system here that don't Atmo their plant, or that don't have an Atmo mod plant active. There's this world which has an Atmo plant active as well, that I would give him at some point in the future, but I'm not sure how. A currently underway atmospheric modification interacts with being gifted to another empire. Alright. So I'm going to try and talk him into giving me these 2 research planets. Alternative is that I could give him the research planets here, and then he can research his interdimensional attacks faster. Should certainly do that after I've filled out the planet slots though. So after I've built the central computers, the upgrades he can do himself as well. I think it won't stop him even if it says he has 24 out of 20 facilities. I think it won't. There's nothing saying that SE5 can't be weird about that. Alright, there was intel in this place. This is the Tarshia headquarters. So you are going to get one intel center removed. For your databank complex, that can finish after the warship. I don't really care that much about intel. You are just building drone sickles. You can have that citizen bank finish after that. We're doing refining, and exclusively so. We're doing mining and refining, but really just refining. Although you would be more awesome for mining. You know, since we're overcompensating, or we have overcompensated on refining, let's switch you back to mining. And the value improvement plan can stay, I guess, since we still don't need either resource all that urgently. You go switch to 5 miners. It's also not so urgent that you can't build these first. Okay, these 3 planets down here, you are a farm at 149% farm rate. You are a farm at 146% farm rate. No, you're not. You are actually an intel center. What, let's relabel you as such. I think we have enough 149 and 150% farm places that we don't necessarily need to earmark this as as really being a farm when it is also clearly not. There's a climate control facility on here. Remove pollution points. There isn't really much pollution here except for the one that Spacia generates. It doesn't generate any intel centers, don't generate any, I guess they're just offices. So let's remove the climate control facility. The conditions on the planet get improved by the environment, civic as well. Alright, build that. You are farming and refining. We just talked about farming at 142% not being worth it, so you are just refining now. And stay there. Okay, that's it for this system. Next, Majoram. Let's go do this one first. You're also split between mining and researching. You are at 121% here, just at the cutoff. This is one of the split worlds that we will eventually turn fully into mines once our armada grows to a certain size. Assuming we haven't won the game yet by the point our armada grows to that kind of size. But again, the demand is not immediate, so let's delete one. Delete a miner or delete a research? I guess we would delete a miner, wouldn't we? Could also delete the value improvement plan that only adds 1% per year, which is not very much. Alright. You down there are going to be mining? Are you certain? With 8%? I think you're not certain at all. You're an Atmod plant. I think you really want to be a research compound. Do you have slurp or no migration? No, not migration. We dropped those couple K there. We can recycle the Romulans. Just continue building you properly. Atmod plant. It's not needed anymore. It's probably like half done by now. 5 of these, 1 of those. And this one here should be much the same story. Yeah, research. Atmod plant no longer needed. Did I delete the wrong thing or delete the AdMod plant? I still need to delete the Romulans, okay. I thought I accidentally deleted the Slurpanol. That would have sucked. Not so much that I would have reloaded the turn in order to not do it. It would have just regularly sucked. Okay, do your upgrades after everything else is done. You can certainly build those after everything else is done. How does this place look on police? Actually building boomies. Build those after everything is done, and build your police after everything else is done. Okay. You farm, but you also have some research. You just split between the two. Yeah, wasn't I telling you something about plants with 149, 150, and even more percent being where we farm? Farming surplus isn't really great right now. What do our farm numbers look like? Okay, let's look at this. We have 70 farms, 69, and we are increasing these by like 50%. Whereas we are increasing our miners only by 20%, and we're increasing our reds facility by some 40%. I don't necessarily need to queue more farms. I'm gonna go and check if there's like 141% farming planets that I can respec into something else. Worst farming colony we have in operation is 143%. And then another one with 143 and another one with 144. Let's turn these into not farms. I guess they're just going to be research centers after this. Further down there, here was it? Panthara, Texrec, Knogalam, if you look at the map upstairs. Whereas these are generally, well, I guess this one isn't necessarily close to my home systems. They're generally closer to my core, so it's going to be safer. Okay, delete these 3 farms, and this planet is going to be just farmland. It's going to lose its research production. Panthara, there's one in Texrec and one in Knogalam. Research. I think I can withstand losing all these 3 planets worth of income immediately, right? Space yard left on you. Then you have research, kill one, build a central computer. And you have already been relabeled to a research compound. Okay. There's the Panthara one. Farming colony. Yeah, you're just tiny ass moon. Slurper on here, so you don't need the Atmod plant. I think this might have been the one we deleted last time. Yeah, you don't need the organics farm as well. Clear the queue. 5 labs, a computer. You will do research for us from now on. The last one was in Knoglum. This one over here. Also a tiny one. Already has a research directorate. So it's going to have 3 labs and a computer. It's going to just have 4 labs. Be a perfect place to put things like space ports and such in this system. I'm not going to build another spaceport though. We're going to delete one and build that one over there. I think the one is here. The spaceport. Yeah, it is. Green worlds are, of course, less productive anyway because the emotionless population doesn't get any happiness bonuses. That and being coupled with having only a couple facility slots means you can't use things like these central computers efficiently. So they are so tiny breather worlds like this with the motions pop are prime spots to put your system modifiers. Oh, there's a rainbow outside. How nice. Yeah, 4 labs. And let's open the list. Snooze. And I hit escape. If it was there for a frame, I didn't see it. It just took so long that my hand, I was hovering over the escape button to close menus quickly. Practically fell asleep. Okay. You still need to relabel yourself. And otherwise we can then go back to Majora. That is it. So everything here is looking fine. Hitting that escape button. Not you. You are going to be a farming colony. Alright. What's on here? A couple boomies on there. Okay. I clear them. Was he building some? I cleared them. No, he just finished them. He's going to load the rest of them. Okay, okay. Then you're going to be doing a lot of organics once you're done. You're already half full with organics. I guess you have 2 value improvement plans on there. That's why you're at 156%. You have 13 organics farms already in operation, making 14k organics. Each of these making over k. Happy population, and it's slightly above 100 mil amount helping. Very nice. For current income, that means we're a little bit in the dip on organics now, but that should be fine. We are significantly above our storage here because we're recycling so many things right now. I think this is only going to get the surplus we have over our maximum storage is only get deleted at the start of next turn after our income comes in again. So I think this will still be so it'll still count for gifts and refits this turn. 100% on it though. Okay, mining. You will be mining once you finish your admod. Resource, you are really just mines, and once you have monoliths, you're a prime spot for that. Research compound, yeah, you will be a research compound once this finishes its conversion. Could put the central computer on here already, so that doesn't take an extra couple turns to construct once you convert, but it's probably going to take forever for you to convert still. This one only has 3 facilities here, so it's not worth building or replacing one of these with a central computer, but the value improvement plan honestly doesn't do very much. I built this here just in case I wanted to have an extra rats planet at some point, which I think I don't. Not at that kind of value. So scrap the value improvement, turn a central computer up here. Sure, continue building your drones, just like everybody else, so I can get that batch of drones out the door sooner without delaying it everywhere. You are a beautiful mining colony, and you are a research compound. First, we're going to need to delete one of your labs. Now you can have that, okay. Good, Vega system. Let's start over here on the right as well. Research compound. Looks straightforward. You're also building the directorate. Fits you as your green planet. Up. Farming colony, 148%. Another value improvement plant, improving it. In the Atmod plant here, we do not need either. Not anymore. I think we're gonna have enough farms in our immediate future. See, we have 50 and we're building 50 more. Okay. Place is good. Intel compound, you're tiny. This is worth putting a Intel computer on. You go have that. Research compound over here. Not enough research labs to put one on there yet. I don't think these colonies are so old that they're going to convert anytime soon. Research compound here, you are worth getting one. First research center that cost 144. Placed with a central computer, please. Get that before you do your upgrades. Resource colony, and by resource colony we mean rats until we get monoliths. Yeah, you could do your stuff. This was oxygen, but we had already deleted the Atmod plant. You are a research colony. Straightforward one with just a space yard for an extra facility, so go ahead. This one's straightforward. Going through an entire empire like this and determining for every planet in it if you want to build a facility on it or not, it's called micro. This one is a no. This one is oxygen. Just received slurper now. We already removed the Atmod plant. It's going to need to have it's going to need to have a lab. Actually, I already put it in there in the queue. Very nice. I will just hit the upgrade everything button later. This one here the same. This one here not the same. You still have an Atmod plant. And you did not receive queue items. There you go. Nothing to upgrade, okay. Finding. Then the Vendrine system for this right string of systems of Empire. The underappreciated economic core. You are still converting atmosphere. Farming and refining. An improvement plan on there. Research, but your straight research. Nothing else on there. Delete one of yours. Put that in spot number 2 after the research directorate. Mining colony here, you can keep mining. Mining colony here, you can keep Atmo converting. You're currently building 1 mine. 1, in numbers 1. It's not like your cargo is going to be full after that, so I think I want to queue up some more here. The Atmo plant and all the rats facilities and such can stay. Oh, you're building 1 because it's on repeat, right? We changed that this turn too. Research compound over here. You can stay there and do that as well, okay. Take an unupgraded one. Push it to the top. And then last system in the string of systems is empty, so there's nothing in there. So let's go continue with text rec. Refining, research. There's the Atmod plant here, so you will be researched at some point in the distant future. Intelligence compound, like a real one. delete one of those. Your database, research compound, you are populated by Shaffath, the green breathers. It's already worth replacing one of those here because this is a huge domed planet with a shipyard, so let's go do that. You can finish your 50 secret police in your one turn, I guess. Farming colony with 149% value, naturally generated at 149%. There's no value improvement here. Research compound, straightforward upgrade. Go. Oh, it's still building them. Yeah, that's why I should check the build queue first before I delete facilities. Go build after you finish building them all, just so it looks nice in the list. Then there won't be all research centers here randomly. A central computer and then more research centers, even though it would be more efficient to build it first. It would not appeal to my sense of neatness. You are also just building stuff. Why do you not have any facilities? Is this a planet I bombed from the Zorn? Or they gave it up? And then I recolonized it, but wasn't that already like 20, 30 turns ago? I guess I'll just build ships here after I put down the yard. Okay, remove one of the research centers, put in a central. Oh, I already did that. Okay, what do we have here? Mining and refining, but mostly refining. Admod plan that has not received migration. Methane. You're just a refining colony. You are a research colony. Let's check your queue first. No, you're not building anything anymore, so we can go delete our facility. Put in the central computer and postpone your remaining upgrades. Okay, finding you've not planned. Normally need to check that refining colony. We need to check. You're not building anything anymore, you're just upgrading, so delete one of the unupgraded labs and put in a central computer. That is now your top priority. And that should be it for this system here, right? No, we have not taken care of this planet first yet. Same deal, delete one of the unupgraded labs. And make a central computer your top priority. Remaining ones here we already took care of. Okay, next system, the Viridian system. The Zone Homeworld is going to receive more mines in the future. Only it's like 4 labs anyway, so it's not going to get a central computer. Probably queue up those labs, although those mines sooner rather than later, if it's just 4 of them. There's also a single rats facility here, right? Already delete that? I think I already deleted that. I think I was still a rats facility on my own homeworld. My improvement plan can stay, I guess. Planet shield can stay, I guess. Because there's a lot of population and has some extra value because of that. So this thing builds 60% faster than everything else. I forgot one research center. Go. Slot in more mines after your current warship is finished. You are resources, and with resources we mean minerals. You are research, oxygen. You are Zorn domed colony. And since you have 4 of these, it's actually not worth replacing one of these with a lab to bed. You are definitely worth replacing, and you are currently building research centers, so you just do it like this. Once you're done building your labs, build that. You are Intel, you're building Intel. build not a central computer, a central intelligence computer, a central data bank. And you are eventually also going to build this systems research directorate. Fine place for it. Just because of the green pop and Intel being less important. Alright, the little adjacent system over here. This one is still building labs. Like this. Actually, stone gargoyle, don't need that. I'm going to put, I'm going to give orders at some point in the near future to just build one integrated protection pattern on all planets, so you can forego that particular platform. We already queued a central computer on this world. This one is large on methane. It has received migration. Recycle the Romulans. Add more labs. Move one lab and put in a central computer. No upgrades here since you are pretty new. Research. Just add it to the queue. This place does not have any police queued. So let's do that. I did not exhaustively check for police on every planet. Every planet that has a population with emotions should have secret police troops oppressing them. Because it's just essentially free happiness. And with that a free production modifier. You need that as well. 149% organics. You are also a decent spot for that research directorate because you're green and organics is not important. Value improvement plant. You're green. You don't need the pop. You don't need the police. Okay. Make that go above 149%. Okay, we already took care of the zone home system. Go to Pelagia. We're getting pretty close to the front now. This place is a research colony. It's still building itself up, of course, because these are new colonized. Research, you are oxygen. You will at some point be a research colony. You will receive that migration soon. I did not build an AdMod plant here, so I'm certainly not going to wait for it. Delete your research center that you built and put in a central computer. And that is importanter than your secret police. But first, please build that yard ship that I want to have escorting my fleets. This world, methane, this is going to receive migration at some point in the not too distant future, hopefully. And then it can receive one of those, and honestly, a component factory as well. Here you go. Research here. You have already received migration and been undomed. Of course, didn't have an AdMod plant on here. You can just replace one of your Q items with a computer. Same deal with you. This little backyard system over here. Intelligence compound, AdMod plant. You're going to AdMod your Admo for quite a while yet, so I'm not going to replace one of these with a computer yet. Similar deal here. Not worth replacing that. Oh, we're building a shipyard here though. You are worth replacing one in, and you're still building stuff, so let's go do that. Into a computer complex. This is also one of the very few systems on Empire where it's not worth building a research directorate for 5% increase, since there's not 20 labs in the system. There's currently 6 and we're building 5 more. Okay, Rollo, the very front. Intel Center here, received Slurps migration, recycle the Romulans. Don't need to queue that AdMod plant. You want to be intelligence, so we're going to make you very intelligent. Give you a data bank to top it off. Okay. This place here, methane has received migration. We did not build an Atmo plant here. No, we didn't. You are just going to get filled with rats. What's your percentage? On 43. Yes, that is a very much clear rats planet. There you go. I was building the spaceport here and the resupply depot on the other planet. Okay, I'm usually building these on the same. Okay, then let's go for the appendix here towards the Kantarian system, intelligence, citizen data bank already queued. Resource colony, and by resource colony we mean organics, mining. It's really just an Atmod plant, and once it finishes moving as Atmo, it's going to be at a better mineral value. Mining, you have received migration, recycle your Romulans. You never built a Atmod plant, so you can just become a mining world. Secret police, move to the bottom, please. Research compound, well, you're tiny, so you're just going to get the Atmod plant. Refining. Resource colony. Oxygen has received migration. It's going to need to have one of its Q items replaced. Cool. Would you police afterwards? Research compound. You're going to be building an Atmod plant and a space yard, that's fine. Intelligence compound. Yes, it's worth replacing one of these. Data bank. Mining colony. Mining colony. Right. Research compound. Directorate. And 4 of these. And that is too few to replace. We've already talked about that planet in particular. This one did not receive a designation. It's waiting for methane migration. It's too bad in mineral values and too bad in rights values to do anything with it. Maybe in the future if we have a demand, but not for the foreseeable future. So I shall designate you a research compound. And since you are going to be undomed soon once you receive migration, I'm going to immediately queue up a central computer. You are below all your yards a mining colony. At least you want to be one once you're finished Atmo converting. You are also Atmo converting. You're methane and waiting for migration. You have a central computer and everything queued. You are a real research compound with a central computer queued that I just need to hit the upgrade button for. You can remove one of your queue items. Still barely see the rainbow. Barely. Look at this nerd microing his entire empire while outside there's, well, rain and bows. Mining, refining, mining. Oxygen has not received migration. Lots of people here. It's going to be a rats world once it converts, so I'm going to wait until either get migration or until the Atmo plant finishes. Though I think the Atmo plant is still far away. So there's the consideration of taking planet utilization up higher and then replacing these or upgrading these Atmo plant with better levels. The maximum level Atmo plant can convert an Atmo in, I believe, 30 turns. And yes, if you have already taken 30 turns to convert an Atmo and then upgrade it to that version, it'll immediately convert. So the idea was always I would build these Atmo conversion plans once, and then eventually later on I just upgrade them, and it won't actually take the entire 70 turns. The thing is, planet utilization takes some time to check. It's not the cheapest tech in the world, is it? No, it's 2k per level. Huh. You know, I don't necessarily need the web platforms because my ally is now in slow build. How about you just get a level 5 of education? It's 3k per level. Another 2% on that research point value. I'm going to go get more than 40k research points this turn. It's only been like 4 turns since I broke 30k. Dump it into Planet Util. Planet Defenses. Planet Util. There's also the Dreadnoughts I wanted to unlock more because it's funny to have the Dreadnought hulls as well. Or for the roleplay value. Okay, let's finish going through the planets of our empire here real quick. I think we're almost done. Refining colony that was waiting for the migration. I'm going to not delete that Atmo plant, even if there's no oxygen breathers on our empire. You are none, you're just going to wait for Atmo conversion. Your intelligence, your methane world, you are waiting for migration from the zone. I'm going to delete one of your intel centers, replace it with one of the citizen data banks. I'm going to do that now. Having your secret police up to max is not important. And you are a resource colony, and by resources we mean rads. Okay. Are there any further worlds in our empire? There's this one which we took from the Cantarans. I can kill all the Cantarans. They only breathe carbon dioxide. And admittedly, they are not emotionless. Although they're naturally unhappy. That doesn't necessarily make it better, does it? I was thinking I would spread the Cantarans as CO2 breathers around my empire, so I would be able to make use of happiness bonuses. But they have the naturally unhappy trait, so I'm probably not going to get much from them anyway. I mean, they're still happy here right now. Hmm. Tough call. I don't happen to have a transport nearby, do I? No. I built a couple transport, and then I wondered what I was going to do with my transport. I just had to go wait for mines a few systems back. I am chronically incapable of just letting a ship sit idle in orbit somewhere. Or maybe I'll use this freighter someday. So what I think I'll do is just build a pop transport over here. I say pop transport. When I say pop transport, I really mean one of these. Wanna build in a space dock? We're gonna take forever, right? It's taking 8 turns here, it's not that big of an improvement. Okay, yeah, whatever, build it in the space dock. And I'm going to be seeing about moving Cantarans off eventually and undoming this planet for Romulan consumption. It's not a priority to do this early though, because this is a frontline planet. It doesn't have a spaceport, and I really need the yards and facilities here more than I need to have this planet economically optimized. Okay. The system is dead would be a perfect place to generate a star with stellar manipulation and then Dyson sphere around it. But that is megalomanic dreams. That's taking way more research points than what I'm even producing right now. Okay, and that's it for this turn. I went and replaced all my planets that needed it, gave them central computers. I'm going to hit the upgrade everything button here. So there's still a couple that needed it. And now it should be fine. Okay. I'm going to give the Twilight gifts because they needed it. Should have given them gifts last turn, I didn't. I hope that won't turn into antimatter. Just gifts to you this turn, because our dear ally is now in slow build. It's now in Empire-wide slow build. In the Axis of Evil, the new Pact of Steel has come into effect, and we're now providing 15% tariffs to him as well. Screenshot this for my allies' consumption. Reshuffled some orc farms to make them not worry about my orcs being slightly negative. And save it and hand it in. String theory save. Thank you.